right. All right. Here we are. Here we are. Good morning, traders. You crazy, crazy group of people. Crazy. You got to be crazy to do this. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hope you're all well rested and ready to rock and roll today. We're hoping for some good things. We'll see. We'll see what we get. If you need to ask any questions, anything at all, any comments, feel free to post away. But yesterday was extremely dull. Really, 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 really dull. We had 3 picks yesterday, and for the first time in a long, long time, not one of them triggered. Incredible. Yes, I know, incredible. But that happens sometimes, and like we talked about yesterday, it's so much better just to sit on your hands and don't just trade for the sake of making a trade. Unless you don't care about your money, then that's okay. Then you can just do whatever you want. But if you're in this and you're looking for it to, make you some money or whatever it is you want to do, buy a Corvette or, down payment on a house or, send your kids to knitting school, whatever you want, whatever it is you want to do. Then you know what? When it's a crappy day like that, you just sit on your hands. Just sit on your hands. So that's all I got to say about that. But it just makes sense. It really does. It makes sense. And I'm still talking about it. It's an important subject, though. It really is. It really, truly is. Let's see here. XSPA making a late run up here on the watch list. They were a little sluggish earlier. Now they're picking up a head of steam. It looks like, for now anyway. Low price, but pretty high float on that one. Let me see. What was the float on that? XSPA. Yeah, the float's 82 million. That's a high number. And short float is over 4.5%. So that's one of our followers checking in on some of the recommendations. Anyway, yeah, it's got a high float. I've made some money with XSPA over the last, I don't know, last year or so, maybe a little more, year and a half. If you look back here, pop, drop, pop, drop, pop, drop, pop, drop, a gigundous pop drop right here, $1.90-ish up to five something, 5 and change. But since then, it's been little tiny pops and drops, except right here. This particular candle, this one opened at 51 cents, and it went up to $1.16, which, that's pretty nice. That's a nice move. But nothing like the earlier pop and drops that we're becoming accustomed to. Now, this one, well, getting into some analysis already. It's kind of early. We're going to hold off on that analysis for just a minute. And let's talk about our buddy SPY. Okay, got back here to highs 339.38. Coronavirus. There you go. Recovering from the coronavirus. It's coming back. So a lot of people are using this area here, this area right here, they're using as, I don't know, reference area for every stock, for all kinds of stocks, for everything, for the whole market. I don't agree. That was an area that was just an unusual, weird, once in a lifetime thing that happened. So what I kind of like to do rather, is I kind of like to take that out of the picture, and I would see somewhere around here, around the beginning of middle of February, we were still kind of normal, you know. And once we get back to there, then we can look at the SPY seriously again, like in long term. It's got to be long term, but we got to get back to that, at least back to the high, 339.38. I mean, you know, we're working on it. We're definitely working on it real good. Here, let's see. All right, so let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Just want to see something here. You know what? I'm going to do something while I'm in here and turn that data box off. It's annoying as all hell. But, you know, we're in a nice channel. We're in a nice channel trending up. There's on the SPY, trending up nicely. So we have a nice trend. It's very strong. It's very positive, which is, you know, that's a good direction. Just in general, just for the whole country, it's a good direction, which is a nice thing. People are really starting to enjoy, I believe, the amount of you know, just the amount of things they can go out and buy a little more than they were used to. It seemed like everybody you talked to was working. Everybody had a job. And I know there's some things. Oh, you know, this job didn't pay enough, and who cares? I mean, it's important. Don't get me wrong, but people were working. They were working a lot, so that was a good sign. That was a really good sign for everything, for everybody. And as you could see, right, it was a hell of a sign. Look at that. Look at that move. That's insane. From September. Yeah, all the way back from here, all the way back to August 2019. That was a tremendously strong move. And you know what was nice about that move, the 288, roughly, I think it is, right about there, yeah. or 290 or whatever it is, up to 339. What was nice about this move is it was strong. It was just slow progression, but not like turtle slow. You know, it was nice. You know, you had a nice move up, a little pullback, you know, another move up, a little pullback, another move up, a little pullback. It just gained so much strength, and that all by itself shows a sign of a really positive economy. It really does. And then coronavirus. Anyway, but that's what happened. So once we get back to the 339.38, then we'll be back to, you know, really taking the SPY seriously. Right now it's just fighting to get back up over where, you know, where it was. But today could be a good day for it. I mean, if you look at this pattern right here, you know, it's 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 a nice pattern. You know, it's riding the trend line. It's above the Wilder's line, which is always a good indicator on the SPY. And we had a little bit of pullback here and a good solid green candle yesterday. Wasn't a big candle, but it was a solid green candle. So we could potentially have a nice day on the SPY here today, which sometimes hurts us as day traders. Depends on what's going on. But there you go. There's the SPY. And, you know, everything else is following suit. But, you know, there's a lot of stocks that are rebounding now. You know, you click on almost anything, and it's going to have that same kind of look to it. You know, where it just gets crushed. You know, it's okay, crushed. It's okay. You know, and now it's crawling back up again. You know, they all here, boom. You know, crushed. Not quite as bad, but still crushed. You know, it's just facts, man. It is what it is. But you know, things are reopening now, which is nice. I'm in the Northeast area where we got number 1 and 2 in the country for most cases of corona. And man, they shut these areas down like the Gestapo. It was shut down hardcore. You couldn't do anything, couldn't go anywhere. But now with what's going on with the, you know, some of the rioting and stuff, I just hope that doesn't bring in new cases of it, you know. And everyone can have their opinion on it, you know. Is it real? Is it really that contagious? Is it whatever? You know, I mean, I don't think anybody can argue the fact that we have an actual virus on our hands. I think it all just depends on who. I think it just depends on what your thoughts are on it. You know, how contagious is it? How does it spread? Is it as bad as they say it is? Are the numbers right or wrong? You know, so that's stuff that everybody likes to debate, and that's fine. You can debate it all you want. I don't care. This is a safe space where you can have an opinion and nobody will attack you for it. You know, unless it's a stupid one. No, I'm just kidding. You pretty much say whatever you want on this channel. It doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. It's checked off not for kids. So, you know, if something pisses you off about a stock and you want to say something about it, you go right ahead and say it. So let's see here. I just want to make sure of something. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's why. That's why. Okay. All right. Almost back. Almost here. Oh, that was dumb. Okay. Publish now. I had put a tweet up to just publish automatically at 9:15, and for some reason, because I noticed it wasn't up. For some reason, it was. I don't know how I did it, but I did it to post at 9:36, and they were today's picks. So that that wouldn't have worked too well. But anyway, we're gonna start with CDIM. CDIM looking pretty strong in the pre-market. Not a bad look at all. But the area that we want to see this thing pull back to is around 229, 230. I know it's up there a bit now, 360 something, but it's extended, not terribly, and this is one of those tough ones. It could make a jump right off the bat and go, but it it is up there. It's definitely up there from where it opened up. So you have to be aware of that. So what we have to do is see it pull back to where we can gather strength and then move back up again. Will it get back up to the 389 high? I don't know. I don't know yet. We won't know that until we see what it does once it pulls back. But 229, 230 range is where you want to be. Where you want to be looking with this one, I believe. That's where I'm going to be looking. Now, I don't. Let me see here. 1 second. There we go. Yeah. All of these picks are listed on. They're listed on Twitter. They're listed on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. So they're there. So CIDM is one. Then LIVX. Where did it go? Now, this one keeps popping on and off the screen. I've been doing this all morning. All right. So this one's losing some steam. All right. However, this one would have to get above 571. Where are we there? Yeah, it'd have to get above 571 to be a serious contender. It may pop a little over like 475, but 571 would that would show real strength, I believe. So that's LIVX, and let's see what else did we have? We had KZR, 51% gap on this thing, and KZR, we're looking for a pullback to around 558, and it's a pretty decent sized pullback. But honestly, you don't try and force things in with the market. The market, this is what the market is telling us on this one. So 558 range, you want to be 560, 65, whatever, but in that range, in that ballpark, that's where you need to see a pullback to. All right. That's what I think anyway. And PB, peanut butter and peanut butter. That goes. Anyway, PB. We want to see this get. We want to see the trigger number on this one at about 275, which is very. I mean, it's almost sitting on that right now. However, we need to see volume. The volume here is terrible, as you can see. Almost non-existent on the volume. So this needs volume. It can't go just 275 all by itself without volume. And on radar, we're keeping on the side watch. XSPA, very high float, very, very high float. But this one can make some noise today. YVR is another one. Where did it go? Where did it go? It's on here somewhere. I was going to type it in. YVR. Oh, what happened there? YVR was making noise. You know what? That might not be such a bad thing right there, that pullback. Might not be such a bad thing at all. Yeah, that's really not bad right there. Yeah, this thing gets back up around $1.60. That might be a contender. All right, so that's a good one to keep an eye on. And GNUS, we want to keep that on a watch on the side too. It's extended. It's really, really, really extended, and it just keeps going up. Where do you jump in? This is one of those where you just close your eyes and jump in. Totally up to you. It's gambling at that point. So, you know, that's what you're going to end up with. You're going to end up with gambling. So, there you have it. Let's see. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yep, that's it for what we're looking at today. So, a lot of eyes on CIDM right now. A lot of eyes on that one. CIDM. Let's see. This one may have hit our number in the pre-market and might leave us in the dust. We'll see. We will see. So we got CIDM and KZR is getting a lot of attention. At the moment. KZR, we want to see that one around 558 on a pullback. Let's see here. 71. Just have to put some lines on my other charts on my thumbnails. So just bear with me for a minute. KZR is 558. Peanut butter and peanut butter. What is that one? That was 275. Pull back on that one. CDIM was 229. So just putting some lines on my thumbnails. Just a man sitting here putting lines on thumbnails. Nothing to see. I know it's boring. Okay. All right, the ones closest to target here are PB, PB, and KZR. KZR is at like 676, and we got it looking for 558, and PB, PB. Well, the volume is still very low on PB, PB. We're looking at 275 with volume. Damn it. With volume. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Hopefully it's a little more exciting day than it was yesterday. Market opens about 30 seconds. Good luck, traders. Bunch of crazy sons of bitches. You're all crazy. Yes, sir. All you traders are crazy. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. And we are just about there. And ding, 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 ding. There we go. There we go. Again, I had a little volume pop there on PBPB, 40,000. 40,000. Yeah, 40,000. Let's take a look at that one for the moment and see. Get that little pop right there. We're looking for this to get to this 275 number to show that it has something in its tank. I mean, you know, a case could be made for getting it under the 275, but I don't believe that would be prudent at this point in time. There's our number. That's where we want to be. 275. 275. Definitely crawling. LIVX trying to get back up to that 570 range. So far looking a bit sluggish. CIDM is still moving. But it is coming back down a bit now. Yeah, PBPB seems to be losing its volume already. Jesus, 2 minutes in. Just gasping and wheezing. That's to get it some antibiotics or something. Come on, man. Wake the hell up. But you know, sometimes. Sorry. Boring morning again so far. Sometimes those slow movers, they surprise you. They really do. Because, you know, like it hits the target and you buy in and then you sort of forget about it because you're working on other trades because it's moving so slow. And all of a sudden you look back and it's up like 10 cents. Yeah, oh my God, that's good. And there's no stress. No stress is good. So XSPA is just hovering right around its resistance line. Pre-market high was $1.76. It looks like. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sorry, $1.78, and it's hovering around its resistance level here at $1.70. You know, if this thing could have broken $1.78, it might have had some wheels. But we'll see. I mean, it's literally what, 4 minutes in. I don't want to give it its last rites yet. Now, if you have any suggestions, anything you want me to look at for you, just put it in the comment box. XSPA is looking not so bad on the 5-minute chart, though. It's not bad, not too bad. Although that red candle is not the best looking one in the world. But that 5-minute chart goes into the pre-market. So, but still, it doesn't look too bad. But it's got to break that $1.78 range up there. That's the magic number for that one. And if it does get through that, I mean, we're above the 50 and the 200 already. If it gets through that, we could get up to about 211, 210, 211, maybe 228, 225, 228, somewhere in that ballpark. But it's got to break that $1.78 number. Got to see strength. But right now it's meandering. It's doing a little sideways consolidation here. Although, isn't consolidation sideways just by definition? Isn't? Is it? Yes, it is. So, yeah. That's explaining things twice when I don't really need to. PB, making a little action move here. I wouldn't call it action, but let's see. What's going on here? There we go. All right, getting closer to the number. Where this I have like killer networking and like power and all that good stuff that all the nerds talk about, G's and all that stuff, and at least a couple times a day, the charts just take like 5-10 seconds to load, and I don't understand why. Don't understand. System's a beast. It's got direct hardwired line right into the system, which so you're not losing anything, and trying to do wireless. I mean, it's everything's built for speed. Even the cable that comes into the computers is thicker than the normal one, so supposedly it can carry more, whatever the things are that carry this stuff. Electrons, electrical stuff, I don't know, whatever. But the signal, we'll call it the signal. They can carry like 10 times more of the signal. Now, I don't know if that was just BS to get me to buy the more expensive cable, but, it's definitely got all the juice it needs to do something. So it has to be on the side of TOS when the charts get slow. Because I have 3 other programs open with different charts and analysis tools and everything else on the other monitors, and none of them are slow. They all pop. Boom, 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 boom. As soon as you click, they're there. As soon as you click. It's got to get up to 571. It's not anywhere. It's nowhere near that. It's LIVX. Definitely wanted that to get up to 571 to show some strength, and it's down like 370 something. That's why you wait. You wait for as sure an opportunity as you can find. Let's see. Genius still going up. Man, it's a tough one though. Like, where do you get in? Where do you get in on that? Just a tough one to call. It really is. Guess you have to be a genius to get. You know what? I can't stop saying stupid genius jokes. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's like an illness. I have a genius jokeitis. Even that was horrible. Let's see. CIDM running. It's running. It didn't do a pullback. Did not do its pullback. I don't know. I guess it didn't hear me. But that was a significant pullback it needed, because that was, in reality, the only spot that had made sense at one point. So that's just what it is. That's what it is, Let's take a look at DLPN is making a little bit of a move here. Yeah, it broke high a day with conviction. Yeah. It's got a lot of shares being traded now. The volume is nice. DLPN, we've got news on DLPN. Not liking incredible knock me out news. So I don't know what's causing this jump from 98 cents or whatever to 249. That's holy cow. Now this is where the word FOMO was developed. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a second. We're getting ready on XSPA to crack that high a day. So let's see what happens. It's getting ready. I got a buy order ready at $1.79. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if it's got the juice in the tank. So next stop on this thing could be, I mean, technically, if you're going just by the numbers, somewhere around 210. And then we got another stop at around 230-ish. So let's see if it has any juice here. See what it does. See if it can legitimately break this high a day. I mean, it peaked over. Well, let's see where it goes. There we go, making a little bit of a move there. Let's see if we can get up over that $1.90 mark. We should be expecting a little bit of a pullback right about here. It could be a positive pullback too, which is fine. That's even better. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Well, we cracked $1.90, that's for sure. With authority. And legit now. Next stop, $2. Next stop, $2. Can it happen? Can it break the $2 range? Well, let's find out. Circuit breaker number is 216 on this one. So, and here we get that whole dollar hover, I call it. That's what we do. We hover at the whole dollar all the time. Always. It's like a pack of monkeys seeing a computer for the first time. Oh, whole dollar. Ooh. Look at that. Right on the $2 number. It's just sitting there. There we go. There we go. There we go. Come on. Come on. That's good. Want to get over that. Want to show some strength here. Want to show some strength. Come on. Come on. Might be sitting there too long. Might be sitting here too long. Okay. Just got rid of a portion of my shares at that $2 range. Try and put some money in the bank. I'm going to give it full candle. We're going to look and see. We're just about ready to bail on this one. It looks like, yep, bailing out. All right. Okay, so we made some money on that one. That's a good thing. Oh, that was a nice little run up. I ended up getting out at $1.90. Would have liked to get out at, the $2 range, but that's what it is. So, but that was a nice move. That was a nice little move. $1.78 to $1.90. That makes me happy. Now you got to watch this thing. What it's going to do. Keep an eye on it. Like, don't give up on it completely yet, because it is back at the trigger number again. And a lot of times you'll get a double, you get a back-to-back trigger, so. We're still going to keep an eye on it. Now, the other one, PB is almost ready to hit the trigger number as well. LIVX, nope, that's dead. KZR, nope. CIDM, where we at with CIDM? That's on its way back down now. Kind of figured it would get there. So that XSPA got back to that $1.78 trigger, and now we're at $1.90. It's a double move right there. Bang, bang. Like I say, you got to watch those. When it comes back to that trigger number, keep an eye on it. Don't just go, oh, okay, that's it, I'm done. Keep an eye on it. PB is very low volume, so if you're going to get in this, don't get in with a giant position, because you'll never get rid of it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with this thing. XSPA losing a lot of volume surge here. Taking a breather. You picture like a couple of 100,000 traders all in a corner, like they just ran like a marathon or something. That's the red candle. Oh man. Oh, okay. If they drink enough Gatorade, they're going to come back strong. But if they decide to head to the bar and have pizza and beer, okay, it's gonna fall apart again. So. I'll tell you, very few things triggering the last 2 days. This is terrible, man. Terrible. Terrible. But the good part is green. Staying green and not red. There are two colors that traders live and die for. Two colors. One is red, one is green. And I know what color you want. You want green. You always want green. Why? Because you're a trader. And that's how traders live. They live in red and green in that world. Oh man, I looked away for a second and missed the 275 number. I forgot to. I forgot to set my buy order at 275. I had it all set, but I never hit buy, so it would kick. Oh man, if this thing goes up significantly, I'm going to be very upset at myself for being Mr. Stupido. Stupid man. So we'll see. This 280 number is pretty important right here. Oh man. Let's see. This is on PB I'm talking about. Look at that. Popped right up, and I'm over here talking and looking at other things. Maybe I'll be rewarded. Maybe it won't go anywhere. But as you can see, this resistance number 280 is very important. 275 was important for a trigger, but 280 is a real important number to try and get over. But it moves so slow. So slow. So slow. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Trying to get in PB at 275. I missed it again on the red candle. I feel like I'm doing drunk trading today. I keep missing stuff. It's because I'm talking so much. I'm looking in 20 different directions, all these different things. But maybe I'll get in right around here. There it is. It just hit 275. Let's see what happens. This is the fun part. Because this stock's really moving, huh? It's really cooking. Huh. This thing's making a hard right turn. That's not good. Well, we'll see what happens. Now, technically, this one should go to $3. Technically. But it didn't get past that 280 number. It has to get past that. So, let's see. We're going to bring the volume in now. Nah. I can't believe that's the only one that triggered today so far. Holy moly. Only one. Only one from the picks. SPY just moved slightly red. Just a tiny bit. Dow is down. Like 24 points. So for the Dow, that's like even. Well, good news is XSPA looks like it wants to trigger again from that $1.78 range. It's a scalper's dream today, that XSPA. Moving slow enough to not give you a heart attack, moving fast enough to not bore you to death. You gotta watch these though, because most of the time, it triggers, goes up, comes back, triggers, goes up, but not as quite as much. Goes back, triggers, goes up, not quite as much again. So you always got to watch that. You always got to watch that. Rarely do they trigger and go right back up to where they were. I mean, sometimes they do, but it's not something that's very, very common all the time. So you got to watch it. Got to keep an eye on that sort of thing. All right, PB rushing back, making a monster comeback at the speed of calendar. See what else we got floating out here. Any kind of action here? What's going on? Take a look at CIDM. CIDM. Yeah, that peaked up at 6, coming back down now. Just looking at different things that were going on with CIDM. Okay, CIDM is doing its thing there. DLPN. DLPN had a nice little move. That one didn't show up pre-market. It's showing there now, but pre-market it didn't show. I would have liked this one. Yeah, definitely would have liked that. Back down, gapped up. Yeah. Came back down. I don't know if I would have figured 249, but I think I would have been comfortable up around a 220 range of, of a move up to there from the open. About $1.82 to 220, and I would have been satisfied with that. We got a little action here in this guy. MREO. MREO. We are in a circuit breaker halt, ladies and gentlemen. And this went into a halt. When did it go into a halt? Doesn't say. That's weird. It's not listed the time it went into a halt for me. Oh, there it is, yeah. 10 o'clock and 10 seconds. So 10:05 and 10 seconds in a minute. This will come out of the halt in 1 minute. Halts are fun because generally the first shot out of a halt will go up. And then the second one, your chances are okay. Third one, run away. 10:05 and 10 seconds. Nope. This one is not doing what they usually do. When you go into a halt going up, usually continues on an upward cycle. But this one is not doing it. Not at the moment, anyway. It might, though. It's flexing. It's flexing. It might want to make a move. Interesting to watch. PB, moving nicely. There we go. Finally. PB. Doing its thing. remember, in this market, take what you can get. All right, if this candle on PBPB goes over 288, I'll stay. If it doesn't, I'm out. 1 minute candle I'm talking about. I'm out. All right, made money on PBPB, made money on XSPA, making money on a swing trade on Amarin, making money on XLE, and making money on RGS. Those are both swing trades. All right, now we are in MREO. MREO. Another sleeper. MREO. Still waiting for MREO to get more than 2 shares of volume. Boy, this thing had so much attention for a little bit there, and now it's just woof. People are like, yeah, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. I've had enough of you. So that was nice today. 2 wins so far. KZR still cranking, man. God, if it would have just dropped back a little bit more, could have been in on it. I'm gonna have to go back and take a close look at that and see if there's anything I could have done differently on the technical analysis with that one. I don't know. I'm gonna take a look and see. You never know. I proof myself every day when I get done. I look back, do my homework. Was my spot right? Was it wrong? Yeah, this one's retraced every single penny. Every penny. So, from that move, every penny. We got just a short ways to go before we say it's time to get out. Get out. Get out. Almost there. Almost saying goodbye, almost waving goodbye. Didn't wave goodbye yet. Jury's still out. So weird. It's usually so much more action on stock that went into a circuit breaker halt. This is highly unusual. You know, middle of the day or middle of the morning, something goes circuit breaker. The action, usually continues for like another 45 minutes at least. This thing just came out of circuit breaker and just died. Found on the road dead. This does not look promising right here. Not at the moment, anyway. Yeah, just continuously keeps retracing. Really big spread on this thing, too. Everything about this one is unusual. Looked like your typical circuit breaker when it went into the halt. Now it's acting like nothing at all close to a circuit breaker would act. Know your place. Just waiting for MREO to do a little something. Ideally, I'd like to see this thing get back up over like 354, 355 area. Maybe 360 would be nice. And then it could make, I think it could, make a little bit of a run back up. But it keeps decreasing on the volume. But we're getting there. We're at 353 now. Come on, don't be shy. You want to break that 354 now, don't you? Don't you? It's my intermission music. Trying. Trying to get up over that. Because the spread is so wide on this thing, man. There we go. 359. Nice. And back 57. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, when this thing went circuit breaker, it went 5 times more volume. And the same thing on the way out. And now it's dropped down to like half the volume it was before it even happened. But there we go. We got a little bit of volume popping back in now. A little bit of volume popping back. Let's see what that does for us. If anything. God almighty, I feel like I'm watching paint dry all day today. Jeez. Good Lord. Yeah, it's a slow mover here. My goodness. Oh well, we'll just keep watching it, see what happens. Genius was paused. Coming down, looks like. Um, Significant down. 1084, it looks like. Oh no, almost. Let's see. 1097 to 804. No, wait, that's the wrong one. Hold on a second. Yeah, it was. It's resumed again. It's going back down again. Holy cow! Yeah, it was high of 1133, and now we're at 750 ish. Oh man! I'd like to toss just about 1% of that volume over to MREO. Go in the other direction, of course. Yep. Circuit breaker again on Genius. It's down below $7 now. Nice ride if you got in that though, for a little bit anyway. $9 up to like 11.70 and change. But now we're all the way down to 7. Spread on this MREO is 13 cents. That's a big spread. Now 8 cents. Amazing. Back 14, 15 cent spread again. Yeah, I didn't leave you. I didn't fall asleep. Just watching something here. Watching watching the paint dry. Very slow. Very, very slow. Trying to find some stuff that, would be fun, but but this platform moves so slow. Just waiting for one last push on this thing so I can get out of it. I don't know if it's going to come. We'll see. We shall see. Ooh, RGS doing nicely. Doing real nice. Got in that, I think it was yesterday at 1048. It's up to 1094 now. I'm liking that. RGS is one of those good idea stocks because the pandemic, when you getting ready to bail on this MREO, but all of the surveys that were done of people, what are you going to do when the pandemic's over? What's the first thing you're going to do when you're allowed out and you go out and do stuff and do things? There were three top ones, depending on which studies you read or which surveys you read. But pretty much, if you add them all up, the order they went in was this is a good one. The first one is get laid. And the second one was get a haircut, and the third one was go to the gym. Gym stocks, none of them interest me, and I don't know, like, if people go back to the gym, I don't know if they're gonna necessarily want to keep going back, like it might just kind of freak them out a little bit, some of them. So I think the gyms are going to take a while to really kick back, get back into shape. However, the one that everybody's dying to get to is a place that'll cut your hair. And RGS is the largest retailer, of hair salons in the world. They own something like 10 or 12,000 salons, and they were doing fine before the pandemic. The pandemic hit, and obviously you're not allowed to go get your hair cut. So I jumped in on that one, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. I mean, it should get somewhere up to at least a conservative estimate back up to around $16, and a mediocre estimate somewhere around $18, $19, and a pie in the sky estimate somewhere around $40. So, there's a lot of room there. Definitely a lot of room. Amarin doing well today. That was, like I say, another swing trade. So, happy with that one. Yeah, that's 665 up to 703. Right now it's trading at 695. All right, MREO. You don't have to tell me twice. I think I'm gonna get out of this. This is just an exercise in failure right here. Total exercise in failure. I mean, it is at the bottom of any number that I would want to hold this thing for. So one more penny and I'm done. I'm done for the day with MREO. Disappointing circuit breaker. Now send this thing like to circuit breaker school and teach it how to be a circuit breaker, because it did not show up to play at all. Did not show up to play at all. Although, shame on me, I could have got out on it when it did that doji when it came out of the circuit breaker, and I didn't. I thought, because if you look at that doji, it was green, and it looked. Oh, let me get out of this thing now. All right, I'm out. That was a loss. Anyway, but if you look at this doji here, this doji was green, and it was looking good, and then all of a sudden it just had a heart attack and keeled over. So, when it dropped to here, this is a pretty strong looking candle right next to it. And, it is what it is. Held it for a little while, see if it would, get another pop, and it didn't. So, but, could I have gotten out here? Yeah, I could have made a couple bucks, but since it was when it's a circuit breaker, you kind of go against your normal rules. Circuit breaker generally is, just moves insanely fast, and that's what I expected it to do. If it was a regular, if it was a regular stock, I would have sold it in that 690 range when it popped up there. I would have been okay. I mean 390 range. I would have been okay. The market's, sideways. Take what you can get, blah, blah, blah. And I would have sold somewhere in that 390 range, but I didn't, anticipating that it was going to explode again through that previous circuit breaker candle. And it didn't. So, my bad. And then we just had a nice little trip down loser lane here. Yeah, see? Nice little trip down loser lane. Look at that. Boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Try not to do too many of those, but it happens sometimes. It had potential to pop throughout this whole section right here. That whole section had potential to pop. Anywhere in there, it could have popped. Anywhere in there. Yeah, I'd say it's still there. Yeah, anywhere in here, it could have popped, but it didn't. So, there you go. It didn't do it. It popped all right. Just popped in the wrong direction. So it happens. I'm not going to focus on that forever and ever and ever till, it's the end of the world. So that looks like it. I'm just going to review these a little bit. LIVX never got off the carpet. KZR never hit the trigger. PBPB hit the trigger and made money. Let's see. that actually, PBPB, that actually, let me see if I'm right or wrong about this. Triggered once here at 275, got up to 280, small gain. Then triggered again and got up to 289, I believe that was. Was that 289? Yeah, 289. So that's good. It was a good one. And what else? Well, I only said put XSPA on radar, although I made some money with that. Pretty happy with that one. But then what else do we have? We had CIDM. CIDM still has not hit the trigger number, so it doesn't look like it's going to. We had YVR on radar, that didn't do much of anything, and Genius on radar, which that moved nicely, very nicely. Let's see. Yeah, it's, it's retracted significantly now, Genius is. But that was another one. If you jumped in, you would have. I think if you're a little bit of a gambler, which I'm not, not at all, you could have made some money. If you jumped in here at 977, then you had the nerve to hold it down to 877. That's a whole dollar. You were rewarded with an 1173. I'm sorry. 1173, and if you held it too long, you were unrewarded with you're at 510 now. So there's that. Is that 510? Oh no, I'm sorry, 527, 523, whatever, 520 something. It doesn't matter. So look at that. Look at that. Holy cow. Holy guacamole. This is a 4-hour daily chart. Retraced almost everything. Yeah, it's got about less than $1 to go, and it'll be a full retracement of everything back to this point. Back to here. So, hey. Hopefully you didn't hang on to it too long, because it made some pretty hard. This was the killer up here, where we're floating around 11. What was it? It opened at 11:31, and it closed at 10:05. It lost like $1.25 in 1 minute. Literally 1 minute. Look at that. So hopefully you didn't get stuck in that. Because here you had, I don't know what is going on with TOS. Every once in a while it does this. And I'm not the only one. A lot of people talk about this. Anyway, but their scanners are incredible. So up here, like you would have seen, you were at like 1150, and you hit 1173, 1165, 1161. So you're tapping out, like right in this range here. If you go to the candle bodies, around 1152 on all of them. So if you would have got out somewhere between that 1173 and 1150, this was kind of like telling you should right here. You are a smart trader, a really smart trader, because this was the death candle. You didn't know that was coming. Nobody knew that candle was coming. Because in this situation here, it literally could have gone up. This group of candles, you can't predict which way that's going to go. But it ended up going down. So, and if it went up, so what? You made $2.50 a share already. Crying out loud. But yeah, that was a nice one. So really only one of them triggered, it looks like, today. And it was successful. So that's all you need. That's all you need. And that's going to about do it for me, I think. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more today. I've already worked way past where I like to, because we're in slow motion land here. MREO is crawling back up from the dead. Can you believe that? I mean, it's not a monster move, but definitely a lot higher than where I sold it from. I tell you, some days you just can't win for losing. Anyway, but there you have it. So, everybody, traders, all you traders, you crazy people, you're all crazy because you do this. But everybody have a good day. I hope you made some money today. I hope you kept your nerves in check. You weren't too stressed, because this should be fun. It should be a fun thing to do. Not, don't look at it like a stressful endeavor. You can't do that. It's not a good thing to do. So anyway, there's that. That's it for today. We're going to wrap it up. One winner out of one. The other three never triggered, but 1 for 1 is good. Puts us at 30, I think, 39. Yeah, 39 and 4. 39 and 4. That makes me pretty happy. So that's a nice wrap for today. And then guess what we're going to be doing tomorrow? The same thing. All right, everybody have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Happy trading.